The bass thumped like a second heart. Too loud, too close, too intimate. I saw her before she saw me. Her laugh cut through the room, bright, careless, while she sat sideways on his lap, fingers curled into his collar like muscle memory. His hand rested on her thigh with the confidence of repetition. Not a mistake, not a slip, a choice. She tilted her head back and said it. We're just friends. Not to me, to the room, to the lie. I felt something detach inside my chest, clean, surgical. No shouting, no broken glass, no trembling hands. I picked up my jacket. I didn't look at them again. Outside, the night air was sharp, metallic. I ordered an Uber. While it crawled toward me on the screen, her name lit up my phone. Once, twice, again. I blocked her before the car arrived. The driver didn't speak. I watched the city slide past, neon bleeding into rain-slicked asphalt. I replayed the scene with clinical precision, the way his thumb traced circles, the way she didn't move away. At 3:07 a.m., pounding rattled my front door. My name screamed into the dark, over and over, raw, unfiltered. I turned off the lights, sat on the couch, listened. Her fists kept time with her sobs. Neighbors stirred. Somewhere, a dog barked. I stayed silent. She cried until the sky began to pale, until the truth had nowhere left to hide. The morning after felt unreal, like walking through a crime scene after the body's been removed. Her messages stacked up on my phone once I unblocked it. Apologies without substance. Explanations without structure. Every sentence built to minimize what I had seen with my own eyes. It wasn't like that. You're overthinking. I was drunk. I remembered the precision of her balance on his lap. Drunk people sway. They don't settle. I didn't respond. Denial is loud when it first arrives. Then it learns to whisper. I went to work, smiled, answered emails. The world didn't end. That was the most disturbing part. Everything continued as if betrayal were a minor weather event. At lunch, I replayed small moments I'd archived without meaning to. Her phone angled away. His name mentioned too casually. Late nights framed as errands. Her sudden insistence on privacy. Patterns form when you stop lying to yourself. That night, I opened our shared cloud folder. Months of photos. Trips. Smiles staged in flattering light. I scrolled until I found the gaps. The missing timestamps. The nights unaccounted for. I zoomed in on reflections. Windows. Mirrors. Shadows. He was there before I knew to look for him. I didn't feel rage. Rage is messy. I felt alignment. The pieces clicked into place with a soundless finality. I understood then that the party wasn't the betrayal. It was the confirmation. I became methodical. I requested phone records. Not to read messages. Metadata tells better stories. Durations. Frequencies. Spikes at 2 a.m. when she said she was asleep beside me. I observed her with a neutral face. The way she overcompensated with affection. The way guilt made her generous, then irritable. I said nothing. Silence is a weapon when wielded with patience. I followed routines. Let her believe the storm had passed. Let her relax into the lie she'd rehearsed. People reveal themselves when they think they've won. I watched her check her phone when I left the room. Watched her smile at messages she thought I couldn't see. I scheduled a meeting with a friend who worked in IT security. Asked hypothetical questions. Paid cash. Left no trail. Evidence doesn't rush. It accumulates. One evening she asked if I was okay. I nodded. Just tired. She kissed my cheek like punctuation. Final. Conclusive. That night I sat in the dark and waited for the report to finish compiling. When it arrived, I didn't open it immediately. I breathed. Counted to 10. Then I read. The truth is never dramatic when it finally arrives. It's quiet. Indifferent. Dates. Locations. Overlaps. Hotel receipts she charged to a card she forgot existed. Photos backed up automatically. Intimate. Unapologetic. There was no ambiguity left to hide behind.
I printed the report, placed it neatly into a folder. At breakfast, I slid it across the table without a word. She opened it, her face drained in stages. Confusion, recognition, collapse. No, she said, a reflex. I can explain. I watched her hands shake, watched the performance crumble under the weight of evidence. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't accuse. I know, I said. That was all. Her tears came fast, desperate, grasping. She reached for my hand. I pulled it back, Not abruptly, just enough. She asked how long I'd known. Long enough, I said. That hurt her more than anger would have. I didn't ask her to leave. I told her when. Logistics are crueler than insults. I'd already separated finances. You don't need to deny any of it, I said. I've already verified. She begged, promised therapy, swore it meant nothing. I believed her. That's what made it worse. I walked her to the door, opened it, stood aside. At 3 a.m. she came back, just like I knew she would. Desperation always circles back. She screamed my name into the quiet street, pounded like volume could break resolve. I stayed seated, still. Power is choosing not to respond. By dawn, her voice was gone. So was the illusion. The house felt larger without her, cleaner, honest. I threw away the photos, deleted the backups, kept the folder, not for revenge, for memory. A reminder of precision over impulse. I don't hate her. Hate requires attachment. What I feel is distance, measured, permanent. She taught me something valuable, how quietly a life can fracture, and how easily silence can hold the pieces apart. The last message she sent went unanswered. I didn't block her again. I didn't need to. Some doors don't close, they disappear.